Aloha. When considering the processor requirements for your Windows file server hardware, you need to keep a couple things in mind. Number one, file serving, or serving files, better put, is probably not usually going to be a processor-intensive activity. But if you're doing extra services on your file server, like, for instance, compression, encryption, running a RAID array, then you're going to need some more processor power on or capacity on your server. So with that in mind, how do you know how much processor you need and how do you get more? Well, in terms of increasing the processing capacity, you could replace the processor. And if you have, say, a 1 gigahertz processor, you replace it with a 3 gigahertz processor, then you could double your performance. Keep in mind that if you add a processor instead of replace the processor, the math doesn't quite work the same way. So what you end up with is if you have a 1.5 gigahertz processor and you add a 1.5 gigahertz processor to the server, instead of doubling your capacity, you're going to end up with about 1.4 to 1.6 times uh, or increase in processing capacity. So keep that in mind as you're considering your processor requirements for your Windows Server 2008 file server. Mahalo!